today we are going to learn about laundry. I know it's not always a very exciting subject, but it's a very necessary one. And it's really important that we know how to properly fold our laundry and how to properly put it away. So I'm going to teach you some basics on folding laundry. Let's start with something really simple. I have a washcloth, just a simple washcloth, and every family has their own ways of folding things. If you look, this is the inside of mine. You can tell by the tag. And I always like to make sure that I fold with the inside to the inside. So I like to match up the sides, fold corner to corner, just like that. And I match up the bottom and the top, really nice and perfect. So you have half. In our house, we call this a taco fold because it's a long waist fold. And then we do a hamburger fold, nice and careful, and you want to make sure all your edges match up just right. I like to smooth things down. It's hard for you to see, but I like to smooth things down so that it's nice and flat. So that's our washcloth. So next, let's try the next biggest thing, a hand towel. Do you use one of these? This is what we use in our bathroom when we wash our hands or just for small drying things. So again, I'm gonna find the inside. See, here's the tag. And I wanna make sure that gets folded to the middle. So I like to line up my edges and see how I use my fingers to line it up? Just line up those edges, just like that. And you know what's funny? I did a hamburger fold first. Now we're gonna do our hot dog or our taco fold. Down. You're gonna make it look like this. Now look at this towel. Can you see? It has a decoration right there. And I like to make sure that all my decorations face out so they look as beautiful as possible on the shelf. So you're gonna fold with the decoration to the outside. And look at all my edges are nice and lined up, nice and straight on the top, on the bottom. And again, I'm gonna put it down and I'm gonna smooth it out, press it out nice and neat so it's nice and flat. And it fits perfect in your cabinet. All right, let's move on to the big bath towel. Here we go, look, I have the big bath towel. Oh, this is an old towel. I got this towel for my wedding, which has been almost 20 years ago. Well, it's been over 20 years. So again, I'm gonna look for the tag so that I can tell where the inside is. And I like to stretch my arms out really wide and hold the two edges. See with my fingers? And then I put those two top edges together. The bigger something is, the harder it gets to fold. But I like to pull my seams nice and tight. And then I slide my fingers across the top to the other corners. And then I pull it up. So then I know it matches up just perfect. So again, we did a hamburger fold first. Now I'm gonna do my hot dog fold. Fold it in half. So then it looks like this. And look, this towel also has a decoration. So I'm gonna make sure that goes on the outside. So we're gonna do another hamburger fold so the decoration goes to the outside. Something really important to do when you're folding laundry is to take your time. Because if you want it to be nice and neat and to lay really pretty in your cabinet or your drawer, or your closet, you have to take your time and make sure everything's kind of folded to the same size and the same way. Now, let me tell you a secret. My mom would not like my towel folded like this. She would rather my towel be folded one more time. So she would do a little bit down like this and then another time down. So it looks like this. It's like a three-fold. Can you see it? She would like that better in her cabinet. But at my house, we just do it in half because it's easier for me. And then all my towels are the same size. Okay, so now we know how to fold the towels. Let's talk about clothes, because clothes are probably the thing we have to fold the most. I wear clothes every day. Do you? So let's start with something easy. check it out. Socks. These socks smell good. Don't worry. These are fresh and clean right out of the dryer. So there's a few different ways to fold socks. Some families like to just put them together, and I like to match up the heels and the toes, and then you can just fold them in half like that and then stack them in your drawer. At my house, I may not like it like that because they might get messed up and then the pairs fall apart. So what I like to do, again, I start with them like this. I match them up, make sure the heels are together and the toes are together, and then I fold them in half, nice and neat, make sure they're nice and flat. And then I take the top sock and I stuff everything back inside. What I like to do is make sure that it's nice and flat inside of there so that it doesn't get stretched out. So that's another way to fold socks. And I'm going to show you one more way. This way would make some people crazy, but some people like to do it this way, and that's okay. So we got our heels matched up and our toes matched up and our tops matched up. You can just take the top and fold it over like that. Did you see how I did that? Let me show you one more time. So I take one and I open it up and I put my fingers on the other side like this, and I fold it over and put my other fingers inside. That's another way. And then they all stay together and they're not stretched out. Cool, huh? All right, next thing we're gonna learn is shirts. Now, there are lots of kinds of shirts, lots of sizes and styles, and lots of different ways to fold. So I'm gonna show you a couple different ways, and you can decide which way you like. Check out this shirt. Rock 21. Oh, I miss Rock 21. I bet you guys do too. So when I get my shirts out of the dryer, I like to shake them out nice and straight. And I like to make sure the seams, these things at the top, these seams are nice and straight too. So I get those ready. Now, I like to fold standing up or sitting like this. And I put my fingers at the top and I just fold these inside. And then I use my chin to hold it and I bring up the bottom. So now, sometimes that's hard for someone, so I'm gonna try to show you another way. Hopefully you can see. I like to lay it nice and flat. Let me move my camera just a little bit. So you can lay it nice and flat like this, and then you can fold your sides and your sleeves in like this. Fold your side and your sleeve in like that. And I like to make sure everything's nice and straight, because if you leave something wrinkly in there, it's gonna make your shirt wrinkled. And then after you get your two sides in, then you're gonna pull the top up. And again, we flatten everything out. And look at that. A perfect folded shirt. I bet you could do that. Sometimes I also like to fold it one more time, like this. So then it's a little bit smaller and it fits in your drawer. If you wanna be like Marie Kondo, you can fold them like this. And then you can sit them all up like this in your drawer. That's a fun way too. All right, we have one more thing to fold, and that's pants. Oh no, I'm sorry, we have two things. We're gonna do a blanket too. We have pants. So I have a pair of blue jeans. Blue jeans used to be my favorite pants until quarantine happened, and then I learned that I like soft pants better than hard pants. So now my favorite pants are leggings. I should have brought some of those down to show you how to fold those. So with my pants, I like to get them out of the dryer, make sure they're nice and straight. I like to get the button and the zipper put up together. And then this is how I like to do my pants. I fold them in half long ways, like this. And again, you're gonna flatten everything out, because the less wrinkles we have, the better it'll be when it's time to wear. So I get them long ways in like this, and then I bring the top to the bottom. And again, we're gonna flatten it out, just like this. And then one more time in half, just like that. And then they'll fit nice in your drawer, nice and tidy, just like that. Now, since I didn't bring my leggings, I will show you how I like to fold my leggings. So I do the same, I fold them in half and then in half again. But then I like to roll my leggings like this. So you can also do this with regular pants like your jeans or your khakis. I roll them up and then I put them in my closet just like this. So that's another way you can fold your pants. I do that with my soft pants. With my hard pants, I fold them in half and half, just like this. All right, so we have one more thing to fold. And I wanted to make sure that you knew how to fold something really big. So I have a blanket to fold. Wait till you see this blanket, it's so cute. Look, it has my old dogs on there, Tina and Pedro from Christmas time. Isn't that silly? So when you have to fold something big, usually I like to stand up because it gives me more room to work. But if I stand up, you won't be able to see my head. It will be really strange. So we're gonna do it sitting down, but know that if you're folding something really big, it might be best for you to stand up. Okay, so again, we wanna have the outside of the blanket facing out and the inside of the blanket facing in. So I'm gonna take my two corners and put them together. And this is a hamburger fold, a short fold, just like this. Look at Pedro. Isn't that so funny? And then we're gonna match up all the edges and see how I've got my arms stretched nice and big to hold it so that my edges stay nice and straight. And then you're gonna fold it in half again. And you're gonna match up all your corners. Can you see that? Match up all your corners. And then you pull that side again on the other side from the corners. And I like to shake it a little bit because then it makes the bottom kind of straighten out too. And you can also go and let go of one side and pull the corners up down there. And then you just fold it however many times again in half and in half until you have a nice, clean, flat, beautiful folded blanket. One thing I would suggest, friends, is if you have a lot of folding to do, it's really important to practice. So get out some towels and practice and have your grown-up or your parent or loved one look at it and help you figure out the best way to fold or the right way to fold for your family, because you don't want to make anybody upset by folding the towels the wrong way. Well, friends, thank you for joining me today for Back to Basics. Hopefully you learned a little bit about folding laundry. I'll see you next time.